Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This video is on your Smackdown results, spoilers, WWE main event, and wrestling news around the world. As noted, local indie wrestlers played the role of Adam Rose's rosebuds on last night on this past Monday's Raw. One of them was Portugal's perfect athlete, Shauna, who was believed to be heading to TNA after coming in as a gut check runner-up several months ago. WWE specifically chose not to have Adam Rose wrestle a match on Raw, so they would slowly introduce him to the masses. It was said that his debut came off far better live in the arena than it did on Raw. Zack Zimmerman attended the Raw event from Albany, New York, and posted the following report for Superstars. I finally got the results as promised, and WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos, defeated Jinder Mahal and Drew McIntyre with Heath Slater in the corner and Hornswoggle as well. Decent action down the stretch and some funny stuff as 3MB got on early, but to no avail, they didn't win. And match number 2, Divas Champion Paige defeated Alicia Fox. Fox botched the spot where Paige went for a Hurricane Rana, but otherwise a fine match. Independent pro wrestling star Colt Cabana, aka Scott Colton, turned 34 years old. He was born May 6, 1980. Follow Colt online and listen to his free podcast, The Art of Wrestling, at coltcabana.com. Former pro wrestler Brian Knobs, aka Brian, his real name, Brian Yandrisovitz, turned 50 years old. He was born May 6, 1964. Knobs is best known as one half of the Nasty Boys. Tag team with Jerry Sags. And there was some Daniel Bryan's style yes chants during the Philadelphia Phillies game on Saturday night. As .NET reader Victor Rodriguez reported, the chants grew louder as the closer was up and striking out the side. Commentary he even acknowledged the chant and the WWE after the final out. The next Beyond the Ring special on the WWE Network is this Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and will feature the Big Show. The John Cena vs. Bray Wyatt feud is scheduled to go on for a few more months, possibly past the Payback pay-per-view on June 1st. It was reported back in December 2013 that WWE had given Heath Slater some time off to deal with a personal issue. Confirmed by Mick Foley, revealing a new tweet that he wanted 3MB to portray Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mankind, all three members, on one character or the other on this past December, but Slater got the back injury and that stopped that from happening. DDP has posted the following tribute at this link here for former WCW announcer Lee Marshall, condolences to his family as he passed away last week. I did a report on that. Kurt Angle has signed up for a new lead role in a pilot for a drama titled Emergency L.A. Angle would be playing LAPD Sergeant Gabe Mandel, and also former WWE and TNA star Katrina Waters, aka Katie Lee Burchell, or Winter, also has a role in the pilot episode as well. And folks, this is just a pilot episode, as they will take that pilot episode and put it to other networks to see which one gets the actual Duke on that, and they will go from there on a later date. But the pilot will be filmed shortly and then shot to networks to potentially be picked up, like I was just saying. Former UK wrestling promoter Len Davies is writing, directing, and producing the movie. The description of the pilot reads like this: Emergency LA revolves around the fictional emergency services based out of Station 77 of the LA City Fire Department, downtown LA district of the LAPD, and the Emergency Hospital Treatment Center, Trauma 1. The series will focus on the day-to-day activities, rescues, investigations, and treatments that take place in the respective environments, as well as the personal lives of the characters that inhabit them. Tickets were being sold after Monday night's Raw in Albany, New York, for the November 4th Smackdown tapings. The kid who played Little Johnny at WWE Extreme Rules was the son of Jamison Winger, who used to be a regular on WWE TV in the late 80s and early 90s. Jamison also co-hosted the short-lived Bobby Heenan show on the USA Network. The original script for this past Monday's Raw had Batista versus Daniel Bryan penciled in, but was obviously changed from Monday afternoon, and they went with Alberto Del Rio as Bryan's opponent. Courtesy of Wrestling DVD News, at the end of this video, the cover photo for the WWE's United We Slam, the Best of Great American Bash DVD and Blu-ray that comes out on July 15th. And again, the picture of the cover will be at the end of the video. Happy birthdays on May 7th to one-time Ring of Honor Tag Team Champion Kevin Steen, turned 29, and current WWE wrestler Camacho turned 30. Also, would have been the birthday of one-time IWGP Tag Team Champion and former WWF wrestler Hercules Hernandez, would have been 57, and former WWF Intercontinental Tag Team and European Champion Owen Hart, would have been 48. May 8th, happy birthday to British Indie regular Dean Ayas, or Ayas. It's actually spelled Ayas. He is 38. Ring of Honor manager Truth Martini turned 39. Current 0-1 and former AJPW Tag Team Champion Akabono turned 45, and one-time AJPW and GHC Heavyweight Champion Akira Tall turned 55. On May 9th, happy birthday to former WWE and current Ring of Honor announcer Kevin Kelly. He will be 47, and three-time CMLL Tag Team Champion and TNA Works World X Cup winner Averno turns 37. May 8th is tomorrow, so that's Akabono would be 45. Dean Ayas would be 38, and Martini will be 39. Carol Tall will be 55. Other on the 9th would have been the birthday of former WWE talent Sean Osborne, who would have been 38, and Mike Basham Shaw would have been 57. Former NXT star Oliver Gray is now taking bookings through Joel Redmond at Outlook.com. That's a Joel.Redmond at Outlook.com. So he's been axed, cut. Been given his walking papers from NXT. Noted before, the original Raw script for this past Monday Night Raw had Daniel Bryan versus Batista, but was changed due to the situation with Batista's I've been reporting on. Other script had Batista losing to Roman Reigns, and there was only one edit that saw Evolution appear at ringside as timekeepers for the Wyatt family versus The Shield, but that was nixed, so they set up for a Smackdown match instead with Batista versus Seth Rollins. And on Tuesday night, there was an episode of the Goldbergs on ABC that was dedicated to the Ultimate Warrior by creator Adam Goldberg, and it aired at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it had a wrestling theme to it, of course. Synopsis: a wrestler named Goldberg. Murray and Pops persuade Barry to lie to Beverly about joining the wrestling team. Meanwhile, Adam is disappointed when Erica cancels the plans to see the premiere of The Return of the Jedi. On a related note, Steve Wilton of Warrior Entertainment posted the following statement on social media yesterday. Thank you for all your emails offering friendship and support It's greatly appreciated. I don't have time to answer everyone right now, but I wanted to let you all know that I have received and read every single one of them, and that really does mean a lot. Warrior would be so proud to all of his fans. You guys are awesome. His legacy will live on through all of you. Team Warrior, one of a kind, kick-ass family. In regards to inquiries asking about the Warrior store, they will open the store again when the time is right. And thank you for your patience. Thanks, Steve Wilson, Team Warrior. TNA star Kenny King is shown in advertisements for this Thursday's WWE Legends House. King, who works part-time as a Chippendales dancer in Las Vegas, was shown teaching some of the legends how to be a dancer. The episode was shot before King signed with TNA. TNA began airing local advertisements in the New York City area during Monday's Raw to promote June's Impact Wrestling tapings at the Manhattan Center. Of course, tickets go on sale this coming Friday. WWE has also dropped another name from its candidacy of Alexander from Rusev's name, and he will be called just Rusev from here on out. His WWE.com profile and Twitter has been updated to reflect that change. And here's a video of WrestleMania Rewind on the WWE Network with John Cena. Dark match prior to the main event tapings in Buffalo, New York, saw Xavier Woods defeat Damien Sandow after a kick to the head. The dark match after tonight's main event, before Smackdown taping, saw Alberto Del Rio defeat R-Truth. And the main event opened with Pyro as Tom Phillips and Byron Saxton welcome us to the main event. John Cena will be here tonight to address Bray Wyatt. Jack Swagger vs. Dolph Ziggler was up. We go to the ring. Out first comes Ziggler, Swagger, and Zeb Coulter were out next. Then we see Adam Rose making his debut on Raw and interrupting Zeb. Then sending Swagger over the top rope. Zeb joined Byron and Tom for commentary, back and forth to start. Swagger slams Ziggler on his face. Swagger with another big slam. Swagger with another. Ziggler finally fights up and out. More back and forth action. Ziggler nails a drop kick and sends Swagger out of the ring. Swagger ran back in and gets drop kicked again for a 2. Swagger turns it around and sends Ziggler out to the floor hard. Swagger brought it back in for a 2 count. Swagger kept control of Ziggler and worked on the arm. Swagger sends Ziggler back out of the ring as we go to commercial. They come back with Swagger still in control. Ziggler makes a comeback and splices Swagger. Ziggler with a splice in the corner with right hand. Ziggler with a neck breaker for more back and forth action. Swagger went for the Patriot lock, but it was blocked. Ziggler with the Famouser for a close 2. Swagger caught Ziggler in a big slam for a 2 count. Swagger jumped on him with boots. Ziggler with a big DDT. Music hits and out comes the Rosebuds. Adam Rose is out next. They party down the ringside and around the ring again. Adam crawls on the announcer's table and talks Zeb. Rose stands on the announcer's table and tells Swagger it's party time all the time. He tells Swagger to be a rosebud, not a lemon. Ziggler hits a zigzag from behind for the win. After the match, Rose stops Ziggler from leaving the ring. Rosebuds gets Ziggler to join in on the party and he dances around with them. Still to come segment. John Cena will be here. We go to network promos. Oksana, Tamina, Snuka, and Alicia Fox versus Cameron, Naomi, and Natalya. We go to the ring out versus Tamina, Alicia, and Oksana as they wait in the ring. Natalya was out next with Cameron and Naomi. Natalya and Alicia start things off. Natalya goes for an early sharpshooter, but Alicia goes to the floor. They run back in, but Tamina distracts Natalya at ringside. Alicia gets a big kick to the face. Alicia comes back in for a 2 count. Tamina comes in and takes over, but Natalya headbutts her and goes for a pin. Tamina drops Natalya for a 2 count. More offense on Natalya in the corner as Oksana comes in to take over. Oksana keeps control until Naomi comes in and turns it around. Naomi takes Tamina off the apron also, and Alicia and Naomi with rear view on Oksana. Natalya and Cameron take Alicia and Tamina out. Oh, the results say to take her out. They didn't take her out, did her? Naomi with a split leg of moonsault on Oksana for the win. So the winners of the match, Cameron, Naomi, and Natalya. After the match, there's a brief argument between Cameron and Natalya. We get the Mother's Day message from Mr. T again. Then we get a look at Kane and Daniel Bryan from Raw. Goldust versus Curtis Axel was up next. Goldust and Cody making a ring out, followed by Ryback. They lock up and go to the corner. Goldust ducks and strikes first. Goldust with some offense and early pin attempt. Axel turns it around and stomps away. Axel beats Goldust down in the corner. Axel with more stomp and a big elbow to the face. Axel with a 2 count and more back and forth and pin attempts. They go to the floor at one point. Cody nails a disaster kick on Ryback at ringside. The end comes with Goldust hitting the final cut for the win. After the match, Cody and Goldust celebrate together in the ring. Still to come segment, John Cena will speak. Back to network promos. Back from the break, and out comes John Cena. We see footage from Extreme Rules. Cena says Bray Wyatt is interesting. Cena says if fans want to follow the Buzzards, he can't stop them. He says if they all want to go and join the Wyatt family, he has to let them go. Let my people go. Cena says, but when you follow the Buzzards, what are you actually following? Cena asks for the fans what is it when they believe in. When it comes to the Wyatts, Cena sings the whole world in his hands and then asks if it's that. Cena picks up a sheep mask and wonders if it's the mask. Cena shows us a clip of Bray's promo from Raw. And then Cena asks what the fans believe in. He says he believes in never give up. He's John Cena, not a god, but a man who still believes in respect, honor, and hard work. Cena's message is clear as day. No matter what the fight, how tough the odds, you never give up. Cena says he also understands he may have to fight Bray alone, but he was raised to fight for what he believes in. Cena says the competition may change, the color of his shirt may change. The WWE Universe itself might change, but his resolve and his message does not. Then Cena says, you never give up. He pulls out a towel with never give up on it and says, again, that's his message and that's what he believes in. Cena's music hits, and that's it for the main event. 2 reports for Smackdown, thanks to Adam Dreziga. That's on Twitter. And Chris Smith at Smitty Sid for the following Smackdown spoilers from tonight's taping in Buffalo. Smackdown kicked off with a look at the Shield and the Wyatt family from Raw. Dean Ambrose and Sheamus. Dean Ambrose versus Sheamus for the U.S. title first. Sheamus gets the win clean with a brogue kick. Nothing more than that. Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins were not at ringside. This was a good match with the crowd behind Ambrose. Ambrose did a dive out of the ring at one point and barely made it in before the 10 count. Cesaro and Bad News Barrett versus RVD and Big E was up next. Paul Heyman's on commentary. Barrett runs down climate change on the way to the ring and says like Big E, when the storm hits, he will be forgotten. The crowd is behind RVD and there's some Barrett chants. Cesaro pins Big E after hitting his finisher. Before that, RVD accidentally kicked Big E in the head, and the match lasted about 5 minutes or less. We get a Daniel Bryan versus Kane recap from Extreme Rules. Lana comes out and says America should change and follow Vladimir Putin. Rusev squashes Kofi Kingston in the match. Kofi got a little bit of offense. A loud USA champ broke out during the match. Wyatt family appeared on the big screen. Bray Wyatt rambles about John Cena. A Bo Dallas victory aired. Fandango and Layla defeated Santino Marella and Emma when Layla rolled up Emma. Roman Reigns versus Mark Henry is up next. Reigns lifted Henry over his shoulders to show his strength and then dropped him into a Samoan drop. Reigns hit the spear for the win. Los Matadors come out with El Torito to a big pop for the next match. They're going to face Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre, and Hornswoggle as Torito pinned Slater for the clean win. Seth Rollins versus Batista was up next. The crowd chanted, "You can't wrestle" for Batista. Rollins tried a baseball slide, but Batista scouted it and got some offense in. Batista with few more power moves, including throwing Rollins into the steps and then back into the ring. Batista hits a huge suplex and is being methodical. CM Punk chants start. Rollins turns the tables and gets going. Rollins runs into a spine buster. Rollins counters Batista bomb. And Batista rolls to the outside. And Rollins launches over the top rope and lands it. Second time he comes from the top rope. Batista sees it coming and then sidestepped it. Moved out of the way. Rollins hits the table. Batista rolls in the ring and wins by countout. After the match, Batista hits a Batista bomb on Rollins as the fans boos and Rollins sells an injury. And your main event was the Wyatt family versus the Usos, and John Cena was out next. Crowd was more pro Cena than not. There was a loud Usos chant. The match ended with a big brawl breaking out on the floor. One of the Usos got hit with a lariat by Luke Harper for the clean win. Cena cut a promo against the Wyatts after the match. He says Bray is afraid and didn't get the pinfall. He got his goons to get the win for him. As Smackdown ends. Second report by Ike Sapinski. He was at the Smackdown tapings in Buffalo, New York. Passed along the following report, including the dark matches. Xavier Woods defeated Damien Sandow as Damien got a good pop while it was silent for Woods. Sandow was able to turn up the heat so that Woods got a good pop at the end. The match was held prior to the main event tapings. Match number 2, Alberto Del Rio defeated R-Truth as Del Rio won by submission. R-Truth took a bad bump in a corner spot and the SmackDown tapings. The show started with a vignette about the Shield and how Dean Ambrose lost the title, the U.S. title, and they recapping the 6-man tag against the Wyatt family and how Evolution got involved. Match number 1, Sheamus defeated Dean Ambrose to retain the U.S. Championship. And Sheamus retained after hitting the Brogue Kick for the win. John Cena and Uso brothers versus Wyatt family was announced for later in the show. Match number 2 was Cesaro and Bad News Barrett defeating Rob Van Dam and Big E. As Paul Heyman added on commentary, Cesaro pinned Big E. Cesaro did not perform the Cesaro's way, and there were no major high spots. According to the reporter, a match. Rusev Lana defeating Kofi Kingston, squash match. Kingston Pyro didn't go off. Funny, Lana cut a promo before the match. Rusev made Kofi humble by making him submit to the accolade camel clutch. Wyatt family promo aired. We're here. Whatever. Fandango and Layla defeated Santino Marella and Emma as Layla pinned Emma after a distraction by Fandango in less than 2 minutes. And the reporter was hoping for a lot more. The match number 5, Roman Reigns defeated Mark Henry. Reigns speared Henry after delivering a Samoan drop for the win. Impressive, good babyface win for Reigns. Match number 6, Los Matadors and El Torito defeated Heath Slater, Drew McIntyre, and Hornswoggle with Jinder Mahal in the corner. El Torito pinned Slater for a good comedy match. Match number 7, Batista defeated Seth Rollins by countout. There was a nice "You Can't Wrestle" chant arena-wide for Batista. The first CM Punk chant of the night occurred when Batista was on the offense. I guess people just don't like him. Batista won by countout after Seth missed a dive from the top rope and rolled to the outside, and then landed on the announcer's table and then knocking himself out in the process. Batista attacked Seth after the bell and delivered the Batista bomb. And then they announced Raw returning to Buffalo on November 3rd. Use WWE Raw as a pre-sale password. Well, they said SmackDown earlier. Well, in the previous report. Whichever. It's a taping on November 3rd. Match number 8, your main event, the Wyatt family defeated John Cena and the Uso brothers. Luke Harper pinned one of the Uso brothers. Cena wasn't in the ring much. Uso brothers were over, but Cena had the pop of the night. After the show, Cena took the mic and challenged the Wyatts to continue the 3-on-3 match. The Wyatts attacked the ring with Cena and the Usos hitting their moves to send the crowd home happy. And that concludes the main event, Superstars and Smackdown. Spoilers for this week, May 6th, 8th, and 9th, 2014. Thanks again. Peace out. God bless. See you where you want to be. Oh, by the way, if you didn't know, you better call me, bro.